The big question mark, will Dez Bryant return to the Cowboys? Jerry Jones said a meeting is planned, probably in the immediate future. The Cowboys don't need to make any adjustments to Bryant's contract to get under the salary cap by the start of free agency, but if they want to be somewhat active in the market, they're likely going to have to do something. Here's Jerry Jones on Dez Bryant.
I don't want to give any answer that implies that I have anything in my mind but that he is with the Cowboys, he's under contract. We haven't done anything that would alter counting on them to be on the field next year. So as we sit right here, yes, we're both very comfortable, being very candid. And when you got that kind of relationship, and I do have with him, I'm optimistic that when I'm sitting here this time next year, we will have done a real good job on his business.
All right, well, Dez's production has certainly gone down after his incredible 3-year stretch from that 2012 to 2014 season. In the 3 seasons since then, Bryant's numbers have gone down across the board. You see it clearly there. This includes posting 0 100-yard receiving games in 2017. So it's Overreaction Monday here on NFL Live. I say a statement, and these guys tell me whether or not it's an overreaction. So my statement here today is it's time for the Dallas Cowboys to move on from Dez Bryant. Is that an overreaction, Field?
Not an overreaction. Dez Bryant was once paid at the top of his game to be a number 1 difference-making wide receiver. And for stretches of his career, he was absolutely that. I ask you this, if Dez Bryant became available tomorrow on the free agent market, would he sign a contract that is close to the remaining money he has left on that deal right now with the Dallas Cowboys? The answer is no. He was a different player last year. People may not want to hear this specifically in Dallas, but he has been a descending player over the past season, and it's just a reality. It's a business that is obviously dictated in part by dollars and cents. And right now, the price point for Dez Bryant is simply too much for a player that is not, or at least last year, did not play on the same level he has previously in his career. This is not an overreaction.
Now let's ask the other receiver on this table here. Hawk, what do you think? Overreaction?
I don't think it's an overreaction either. Look, I think Dez Bryant, from a talent standpoint at wide receiver, is still a top 5 talent. He has that ability. But at wide receiver, chemistry matters most. And for whatever reason, he and Dak just have not had the chemistry to maximize their output, right? And I actually think Dak looks better when he's getting Cole Beasley involved the most and looks more in rhythm. Now, that doesn't mean there's something wrong with Dez. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with Dak or the Cowboys. It just means that a change of scenery might be good for both, and I think we're at that time.
Yeah, it's not an overreaction, Deanna. I mean the back shoulder throws to Dez when he pushes off the receiver in the end zone that he's famous for. It's like they can't even hit that on a regular basis anymore. Yes, they're not on the same page like Hawk is talking about, but if Jerry's talking about being candid with his star wide receiver, if I were Jerry Jones, I'd talk to this young man and say, we need to take a pay cut. You want to stay, we got to take a pay cut. That's the type of candid conversation that has to happen for Dez Bryant to remain on this football team and still give them opportunities to win championships.
Yeah, he's been so vocal and about how passionate he is to returning to Dallas. So we'll see if they'll be able to work something out there. But that's not the only news floating around the Dallas area. Jerry Jones today back in the news because he is in Palm Beach, Florida today to appeal the league's decision to fine him to recoup legal fees incurred during that Ezekiel Elliott suspension. So let's bring in the best insider in the business, our Chris Mortensen, who is actually in Indianapolis right now. He's going to join us right now. He's been following the Combine since 1987. That was his first one, roughly 22 years on and off there. So, Mort, what is the latest here?
Well, this is a case where the league and the owners are seeking reimbursement from Jerry for the legal fees incurred during the Ezekiel Elliott case. But really, Jones' defense is what he's saying, and the league is including this in this process, is when he threatened to sue the NFL's compensation committee, chaired by Arthur Blank of the Falcons, if they went through with this extension on the contract given to Roger Goodell. When he threatened to sue them, that he prompted the league and some of those owners to hire lawyers to prepare for defense in case Jerry followed through with that threat to sue them. He never sued, and he will certainly make a case today that he never contributed financially to Ezekiel Elliott's defense. That was done by the NFL Players Association. So he'll present those facts. If it took $2 million to prepare for his threat, that's what Jerry's going to fight, and then Roger Goodell will have the final say on that. And at the same time, Jerry will make a lot of money when he hosts the draft later next month at the Star in Frisco, Texas.
Yes, we cannot forget that. It sounds like the start of what will be a long legal process here.